Hi, Leo. It's time for your July 2019 Oracle Blessing. Just so that if you didn't see the intro, these Oracle Blessings are not predictive in any way. They're just advice for the present moment to help you get into alignment and be as close to being on path throughout the month of July. So let's just take a moment to prepare. So place one hand on your heart space, one hand on your belly. Just relax into your body. Just noticing if there's anything you're needing, you're wanting. If there's any pain in the body. And then lifting your attention up to the crown of your head and imagining that our higher selves are connecting. Connecting with each other, connecting with our spirit guides, with our ancestors, our well ancestors, Reiki masters, archangels. Calling in all the positive support for our time together. May our time together help to bring you more peace, more alignment, more ease, an inner knowing that everything's going to be great, that everything is exactly as it is. Knowing that the time that we're spending together is intended to serve your highest good and the highest good. And once we are no longer connected through this video, our energy will no longer be connected. Okay. And now that we're ready. So we've just connected our energy, but really only the energy of Reiki can really be transmuted, our high vibes. I'm not giving you any of my personal energy while we're connected, just so you know, and you're not giving me any of your personal energy, which is wonderful because I think you're great, but I like to only have my own energy, if that's okay. Okay, so let's see what Spirit, Reiki, the universe has to offer you today. So first, pulling a tarot card from my Ethereal Visions deck. This is a gift, an accidental gift from one of my best friends. She went to Spain with 2 tarot decks, and when she came back, she was staying with me. And I've always been a little weird about the tarot, and she left it while she was at work. She was staying with me, and I picked it up, and my grandmom was a card reader, and I was sitting at my grandmom's card reading table. I use it as a kitchen table, or did, in my old apartment. And I just had an hour and a half long conversation via the tarot with my grandmother. And when she came home, she's like, "Oh, I guess they're not my cards." So she wound up giving them to me. She's still a little. She misses them a little bit, but okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does the tarot have to offer as advice for the month of July? Ooh, okay. So, changes. You're being encouraged by Spirit to let the things in your life that are no longer serving you dissolve, to fall away. To finally take that step needed to say goodbye, to just allow the revolution, the change to occur. And the message of this card, I think, is really important. So we know where our tower energy is in our lives. So tower energy is typically around the areas in our life that we feel annoyed, where we feel agitated, where we feel bored, where we feel like we're not being served anymore. And when we have those feelings, we're like shit talking or whatever it is that we do when we're really not feeling something anymore, and maybe we're not fully admitting it to ourselves, we can choose, like once we identify those things in our lives that really don't serve us, we can choose to let them go on our own. Or if we don't do it and we refuse to learn the lesson and choose ourselves and choose our path, Spirit will facilitate the tower moment for us. For me, I am stubborn, so I just went through a tower year, and I knew that all my tower things for 4 years, and I tried so hard to get around it. I tried not to let it go. I tried to like outsmart the universe, outsmart my higher self. And then eventually it all fell apart. So I encourage you to sit down with yourself and because July is the month before your season, right? So using this month of July to just kind of establish, you know what, actually I don't think I want to bring this into my next rotation around the sun. Yeah? Sound good? You know, I don't want to say that you don't have free will, but it's not that you don't have free will with the tower. The important thing to know is you did choose already. You've already decided, I don't like this anymore. That's why you're complaining about it. That's why it's not making you happy. You already made the choice. Tower is just here to put you on path and make you be authentic. So just consider that. Okay? So some revolution. Awesome. Tower is hard, but it's really good medicine. I'm very grateful for my tower year. I'm still kind of at the end of it, but maybe with my birthday it will finally be over. So next I'm choosing a card from the chakra deck for you. What message do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of July to help them be more on path, to be aligned with their highest good and the highest good? Insecurity. Okay, so you're being shown this kind of how your heart really feels, and then you can see the image of the devil kind of trying to make you doubt that, which is very, very powerful. It's also a red card, which means that this is an invitation to ground, to work on your root chakra, to spend some time in nature, to maybe take some time away from the people in your life. But in general, whenever devil shows up, it is a sign that you're under illusion, right? So whatever you're feeling insecure about, it's rubbish. You need to kind of like nip it in the butt. And the only way to really do that is through practice, right? So, and I don't mean just like, I'm a beautiful, sexy person and like walking down the street and like repeating this new age mantra in your head. I mean like actually sit in meditation, do breath exercises, do yoga, do Reiki, do something daily that you are offering to spirit as an exchange to help tame this down. It just works. Lots of different spiritual practices exist in this world. You know, in the Catholic Church, you do Hail Marys or whatever it is, but you have to have something that you offer this to kind of dissolve it so that you can surpass it. Leos, you have nothing to be insecure about. You know, like you are the sunshine. Everyone loves you. The only reason why we ever have an issue with you is because you're feeling insecure and you're overdoing it, or you don't realize that you're like the shit. So please get over it. Yeah. And know that it's an illusion, and do a practice. Offer it up to spirit to dissolve and transmute for you. And a good idea, I think, is starting July 1st to start a practice and give yourself 40 days. So by the time your birthday comes, you've completed this practice and you can dissolve it. Lots of different ways to practice. You know, in Buddhism, they do fast and meditation and there's lots of different things, right? So do something that feels aligned for you. Research. You can give something up for 40 days. Just something that allows you to know that you can follow through, that you can complete something. You don't want it to be too intense, or you're less likely to actually complete it. Okay, so next, I'm going to choose a card from the Sacred Rebels deck. Okay, let's see who came out. Seeing the true you. So this is really in alignment with everything else. So it seems like you might have some stuff going on in your life that's making you feel a little bad about yourself, and and the reason why you're not doing anything about it is because you're feeling a little insecure, like you don't deserve better. And this is a message to, like, know your damn worth. Like, you know who you are. You're not being silly by thinking that you're amazing. Like, everyone's amazing, especially you. So we really need to take the steps to get out of our own way here and stop staying small and stop staying in relationships that kind of put us down. But really, the most important relationship is your relationship with yourself. The people in your life are a mirror of how you think about yourself. So if you're seeing in the mirror someone who deserves to be treated like shit, you're going to have people show up that confirm that. So we need to get you to do this practice that we're talking about so that you can really start to look at yourself differently, so you can know your worth, so you can love yourself. There's a really great younger teacher these days. Her name is Lacey Phillips, and she teaches a lot about knowing your worth and manifestation. So she might be a good resource for you if you can afford it. Otherwise, there's so many resources online. There's so many YouTube videos that can really help you here. And if you're interested in connecting, maybe I can help you individually with figuring out how you can set up your own practice. But it's really not necessary. You can probably figure out what you should do, but dedicate yourself to something, because you got to get through this. This isn't something you want to take into your next rotation around the sun, okay? And if there are people in your life, circumstances in your life that are keeping you down, really look at yourself. Is there something that you're believing within you that is allowing you to perceive these things in the way that they are, right? That's keeping you stuck. And you might not know how to get out of it, but the more you start to surrender to spirit, the more you get signs and information and synchronicities that really help you get on path and feel better, okay? So it doesn't mean like tomorrow you break up with like your boyfriend, blah, 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 because your boyfriend might not be the issue. It might be something deeper than that. It might be something that happened when you're really young, who knows what it is, but you got to start to do a practice, even if it's just praying every day. Oh, I love it. Okay, so you got such a Leo card from the Goddess deck, Sekhmet, and the message is anger and rage. So it sounds like your medicine right now is to really face some of the anger that you have inside of you. You're a fire sign, right? Pushing that anger down is not good for you. You need to express it. Typically, Leos like to express things artistically by like dancing and singing and performing. Like that's really, really good for you. It's good medicine to be sunshine. Leos tend to get really angry when they don't get the recognition that they need, right? And it can turn into jealousy and all these like icky feelings that are just difficult to work with. So how can we express these darker emotions? Because they're productive emotions if expressed correctly. If they're pushed down, they come out as passive aggressive, and then people don't want to be around you and they want to avoid you because it's just like, So figuring out how you can express yourself. Maybe it's by journaling every day. Oh, this would be a great practice for you. Every morning, first thing in the morning, just free write. Fill 3 pages in your journal, just free write, and just be like as angry, disgusting word vomit that you need, but get it out. You need to express yourself. You need to let this pass through because it's festering inside of you. It's making you insecure. It's going to cause all kinds of destruction in your life, and it's distracting you from your worth. Okay? So please, if nothing else, for the next 40 days, at minimum 21 days, spend some time every morning journaling, 3 pages, nonstop writing. It doesn't matter how long it takes, fill 3 pages and let yourself get some of this out. Yeah. And also move and try to enjoy your summer. Okay. Try not to take this anger and rage out on people, because we want to keep our people around, right? We don't want them to go away. So express yourself, unless we do want them to go away. But we're going to be more clear with what we actually want if we are able to transmute these feelings, okay? All right, so Leos, it is very, very important that you get into alignment with your worth, that you start to work on these insecurities that are keeping you down, that you are able to really start to see the true you, which is a beautiful, vibrant soul that has so much to offer and is meant to uplift people. And the only way you're going to be able to do this is if you can clear out some of that anger, some of that rage. And by the only way to clear it out safely is through expression, art, journaling, practice, karate, but something like that, not on people. People are not your problem. We are just mirrors, okay? No one is causing this. It is definitely something that you need to work out. It doesn't mean that the people that are mirroring you in your life aren't going away or shouldn't go away, right? Maybe that's down the line, but for now, you need to get really clear with what's real, what's lingering from the past, and what needs to be purged and released. Okay, drink lots of water, lots of cucumber water, stay refreshed. I love you, Leos. Namaste.